with Bruce Boudreau just over halfway into their season, and the Habs just 2 points out of top spot in the entire Eastern Conference. When their GM, Kent Hughes, spoke today, he tried to play a coy when he was asked about how aggressive he expected to be on the trade front. But if you were his coach, what would you like to see him add?
Well, actually, what I would like to see is if we're going to make a move, and the players all love it when you make a move, okay? I mean, to upgrade the team. I would love them to see how they could go and get a player like a second-line center. Calgary's got one that would be a perfect fit in Montreal. I really would think that would help the team. It would add some more scoring. It would add some more experience because they're a young team. And I think all of those things combined, there would be a real boost in energy in the Montreal Canadiens locker room. So if they could do it, they're going to go try and do it. The GM's not going to tell us what he's going to do, but I mean, I think it's something that the Montreal Canadiens would like, because I think they would like to end up in first place, avoid playing Tampa in the first round. And in Montreal, if you've got home ice advantage, it's a special advantage. So I think that would be important for them.
GMs always have to be careful not to mortgage the future, but coaches just want to win right now. When you were coaching the Caps, you were in a similar position that Martin St. Louis finds himself in now. When you start believing your team can do some serious damage with just a little bit of help, how much are you talking to your GM in a situation like this to try to convince him to make a move?
Well, if you got a good relationship with the GM, and every coach should have a good relationship, you're talking every day and you're saying, where do we need help? What do we do? It's just in casual conversation. But I mean, I would never go up to him and say, hey, let's go get that player. Let's go get that. But GMs would often ask me, he says, what do you think we need to be better? And I'd give them a position like third line center was something, or fourth line center, and they would say, well, what about this guy? If we could get this guy, would you like him? And I said, I think he'd be a good fit, or I don't think so. And a lot of times, if it's not you, the rest of the coaches on the staff would know the player. And so, I mean, they can always give good insight whether this guy's a good character, whether he's a good fit for the team or whatever. But if you don't have that communication between the coach and GM, and the GM just gets up and makes a move without asking any of the coaches, I think it's a really bad mistake. So communication is the key there, and I'm sure that most teams have it in the NHL.
One other interesting comment from Hughes, he said ideally they won't have three goalies for long term, but they do have now. And right now he's saying whoever plays the best is going to play the most. That's nice in theory, Coach, but how do you keep Montembeault, Dobish, and Fowler in enough action to keep them ready when you need them to start?
Well, you can't. I absolutely hate three goalies. Like, I can't tell you how much I hate three goalies, because one goalie doesn't get enough ice time in practice. And especially if you've got a situation where you're saying the best one plays, then everybody's going to want the net in practice. And usually, at least in a three goalie situation, you got a number one and the other two guys are equalizing the net. I can picture everybody wanting the net to show the coach that we're the hottest right now, we're the best, we're ready to go. So, I mean, I think the sooner Montreal fixes this three goalie situation, the better it is going to be for A, the two goalies that are left, and B, for the Montreal Canadiens.
As it stands right now, the Habs join the Oilers as one of only two Canadian teams currently in a playoff spot. The Flames, Canucks, and Jets are 30th, 31st, and 32nd.